So you spiral up, like going up Glastonbury Tor or something, and you find this shell keep, which is just like a sort of James Turrell oval of high walls and an open roof. We were going to have chickens up there, which I still quite want to do because it's very safe. Julian started thinking about having plants in there that people can't touch, like giant hogweed, which is very, very massive irritant to the skin. If you touch it, you grow huge blisters. And there are lots of other poisonous sort of Jurassic things with magnificent leaves, and the gunnera has these huge spikes all over it, but it looks fantastic.
What is a weed? Oh, what is a weed? Tell you a very good funny story very quickly. Very posh interior decorator walking around a very, very posh garden with a load of posh people and being shown the posh garden by posh garden designers, members of everything. And after about 4.5 hours of seeing every single clipped border, clipped everything, wonderful rose beds, he's heard to whisper as they come to a rather dingy corner, "My God, hooray for nettles. Nature won." A lot of people don't see gardens early in the morning that are open. And I always think it's a sad thing. I mean, all the great so-called gardens like Sissinghurst, people lived in them, drunk in them, argued in them, and, they saw dawns and dusks in them, and we all see them very sanitised now.
We came here in 2012, and it just poured with rain for 12 months after we arrived. And all we did was take things out and poison them. And so it was a very hard year.
I don't want to live in a castle. I don't really want to live in a ruin. We live in a sort of white light box with the surrounded gardens. The house itself was built in 1806 by a pupil of Soane, and it's so simple. And it sits sort of strangely in this sort of, it's a castle, but yet it's not a castle. It's very outward going. Most castles are closed walls inward, because he knocked down the wall to get the view, which he wouldn't be allowed to do now. It's Devonport. It's the remains of Her Majesty's Navy. And there's lots of whoops and screams and sirens, and I think it's like looking over the Bay of Naples.
There's something about the sound in this castle. And I think that's partly to do with the estuary, but it's also to do with the castle, and these curtain walls go almost all the way around except for the view. And other people have noted it to me, and they just say it's particularly a sort of density of silence and quality of echo.
In a way, your photographs are sort of making people look again at plants, and there's an amazing photo she has of a poppy. There's this sort of birth of this pussy pink bursting out of its green nature and crinkling as it's born.
Yeah, very crinkly.
And in Isabel's photo, she's often so fascinated by the thing you'd remove normally.
Yeah, but the rot is part of the fecundity, is part of this whole cycle of replication of the selfish gene. And the smell is all part of that too, because it's all about getting fertilised by moths. And
yes, because I think a lot of people don't actually realise what all this lovely Dame Nature surrounding us is. It's just really one huge sort of orgy.
Sex organ.
Orgy. It really is.
There's the smell of
phallic erections,
sperm
of fennel,
and lilies and
driving out of the ground. It's the sort of beginning of a sort of strange orchestra where, things pop up, and there's standard ways of doing it, but quite often the whole magic of doing this is not sticking to the standard ways. It's like doing flight control at an airport. But you mustn't worry too much about it. If you have a crash, it doesn't matter.